Hello. Test. Ah, now there's sound. Okay. I am totally not behind on what I was doing and having things set up. I returned home later than I intended or anything like that. Will I do this? I'm actually gonna turn this on. That should help some things that I'm doing. Okay. Alright. I'm reading Problem Sleuth today. Oh my gosh. I don't know how much I'm gonna read. Um, some part of me wanted to try to read it all, but I know that would be like a good, like decently long. Oh, let me move that. Okay. Uh, and I have to make sure things are correct right now because I have added a new thing into the equation of my stream, and I'm like tiny right now, but oh well. That'll be solved eventually. Um, once I get this figured out. Da, 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 da. Okay. Okay. Ah. Hello. I'm now I think I have everything how I want it to be. Okay. For me. Okay, a little rough, but this should be a little better for me. Cool. Okay. Bring a little TV in, a little TV cart. Checking out. Problem solved, like I said. Don't know if I'll be able to finish it. Like I kind of tried. I want to try to. I don't have to go in for work tomorrow in person. I'm working from home tomorrow, so that means I can probably stay up as late as I want and get this finished. If I don't gotta like worry about getting to work. Yeah. Cold out. It's cold. It's that type of cold where you breathe and it hurts and it makes you cough. Ah, okay. Boom. Alright, make keeps like keeps like cutting out from my face here and there. Oh well. Okay. Be reading a little differently, so hopefully this doesn't affect me too much. Oh, okay. Because I need to finish Problem Sleuth before I finish Homestuck. That's important. Oh. Now I'm almost done with Homestuck, so does that truly matter that much? Hmm. Problem Sleuth. You are one of the top problem sleuths in the city. Solicitations. I don't know if I like this current setup I have right now. I was trying something different out. Let me change something real quick. This will probably be better for me, but I will have to reset and reset some things. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. I think this should work better. Okay. Now it's not so bad for what I was trying to do. Mic's a little far though, maybe. Volume looks pretty normal. Okay. You are on the top. You are one of the top problem sleuths in the city. Solicitations for your service are numerous in quantity. Solicitation. Compensation adequate. It is a balmy summer evening. You are feeling particularly hard boiled tonight. What will you do? Quickly retrieve arms from safe. Oh, you've already got arms, numbnuts. Retrieve your gun. There are dames to be rescued. Okay. Okay. That's already like either recurring hussy things, or it's actually just is every page of problems gonna be reference is oh wait, they reference like this much, right? Hmm. You are quite positive there has never been a gun in your office. and never will be. Frankly, the notion strikes you as reckless and foolhardy. Break through glass with fist to unlock door. You don't know why you are amusing the door will be locked. You don't usually keep the door to your office locked. Nonetheless, a guy this hard boiled doesn't go messing around with totally unmanly things like knobs. You send your meaty fist glassward. Thud. It wasn't glass. It seems there was never a glass element to the door. It was just a piece of paper taped to it. Take the piece of paper. The piece of paper was added to your inventory. Manhandled the doorknob. There are dames to be rescued. Jungle. The door is locked. Funnily, you don't remember locking it. Call the royal locksmith. Royal? The most plainly obvious course of action is to call a locksmith. You examine the phone. While it appears to be hooked up to an active phone line, the rotary dial and receiver cord are both missing. You won't be talking to anyone on this phone. Check pockets and desk drawers for phone parts. Boom. Oh, it's candy corn. That's okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, your desk has no drawers since it is a board resting on some cinder blocks with foxwood panel siding. Your pocket, however, yields beautiful. Your pockets, however, yield bountiful returns. You found some candy corn. Get the key. Oh. You pick up the gun. The grip is cold against your palm. This is your only friend in the world right now. It's gonna be a long night. Store candy. Store candy corn in safe. Thinking the precious cargo may not be secure in your pocket, you explore alternatives. But you don't know the combination to the safe. You figure it's probably hidden somewhere in your office. Check the other side of the paper. You have decided to examine piece of paper. Next. Eureka! You discover a sequence of numbers 41, 23, 6, 6. Open the safe. You will use the sequence of numerals on the safe. Next. The safe doesn't seem to work. It appears to be a replica of a safe's facade, concealing something beneath it on the wall. Next. There's a painting of a clown under the safe cover. There's a picture of a clown under the safe cover. Look under the fake wood paneling of the desk. There's a flask of whiskey under the desk. Fuck, it's actually kind of like not the worst idea to do. Get ye flask. You pick up the flask of whiskey. Drink the whiskey and remember the good old days. Oh. How do you expect to drink from the flask of whiskey when it is not in your jacket pockets? Exchange gun for whiskey, then drink. You swap the key for the flask of whiskey and wield it accordingly. Ow. You topple backwards on your desk. Use the key on the door and open it. You re-equip your gun so you can blow a hole in the lock to open the door. It looks like your gun only has one bullet left. Are you sure you want to use it this way? You might need it in case you have to off yourself later. Check what is taped to the bottom of the phone. They still did it. As you stoop to look at the bottom of the phone, your finger slips and you blow the lock off the door. Never mind. What's under the phone? Boobies. Busts are us. Good way to get ahead. That's good. It is a business card for Bust R Us. Probably a brothel, considering the lame double entendre slogan and the phone number, which, if turned upside down, spells boobies. Take card. You put the Bust R Us card in your inventory. You also put the phone upright and back on its hook to make sure you don't miss any important calls from would be clients. Walk out of the room through the now unlocked door. The door still will not open. It appears that it was never locked in the first place. Something must be obstructing its path. Look through the newly made hole in the door. No wonder the door won't open. Blocking it is an enormous, magnificent bust of Ben Stiller in his role as Starsky in the 2004 Retromania comedy remake of Starsky and Hutch. Lying on the floor appears to be an unfortunate bystander, an employee of Busts R Us. He was polishing the bust right in front of your door for some reason. Take Bust sunglasses. I actually like this movie. I thought it was entertaining as a child. I guess maybe I don't like it as an adult. Ooh. Boom. You can't reach them. In any case, they're probably just part of the statue and not actual sunglasses. You spend the next half hour trying to reach them. Take a closer look at the mysterious clown picture. The painting is exquisite. There's something funny about his eyes, though. Light seems to be shining through from the other side. Look through the eyes of the clown. Oh, it's too bright in this room. You can't see anything in there. You think you hear a voice, though. You can't tell what it is saying. Throw a cinder block at the door. Oh, that's his chair. You were just so angry about not being able to reach those sunglasses. You're about to lose it. You first consolidate. You first consolidate all of the scrapped wood into a neat pile, then hoist the block towards the door. Next. It sounds like something was knocked loose on the other side. Peer out the window to see what you're on. To what floor you're on. Yeah. What's the key? It's pretty good. You face east in the room to look out the window. Bright daylight floods the room through the glass. You've always been a stickler for natural light. This is the only source of light in the room. What makes this particularly strange is the fact that it is 10 o'clock in the evening. Take a look outside. In the view from your third floor office, you gaze abstractedly at the commotion below. Same scene, same faces every day. It's like it hardly ever changes. Not that you can afford to pay much attention to scenery, with your mind wrapped around the latest problem sleuth and your lips around your flask. Ask the movers with the moving van to remove Starsky statue. He's trying. You shout towards the moving truck, hoping someone might be willing to bust your problem, so to speak. You do your best. Phantom mime of Ben Stiller as a Starsky statue, but it doesn't seem like anyone can see or hear you. Throw Cinderblock at window, thereby discovering it is fake. You think you have a pretty good idea about how your office works now. By now, acting upon this hunch, you hoist another Cinderblock glassword. Pick up shard of glass and put it in your inventory. No clue is too trivial for keen problem sleuth. Your motto is, let no inventory go uncluttered. What's that? No clue is too trivial for the keen problem sleuth. Oh, Thought I clicked it. Did it just? I didn't. I was confused. I just did some same page for some reason. You catch a glimpse of the reflection in the glass. It's the wall behind you. Turn around. Oh my, OMG. Problem. It's an interesting autocorrect. If that. So we only see what we see. Now facing south, you pause to marvel at the beauty of your office wall mural celebrating ethnic diversity. You had it commissioned some time ago by a promising young artist. Best 11,000 you ever spent. It was $11,000. Hi, hi, hi. Welcome, welcome back. Read the note under the coffee. Madame Mirel. Mir- bring bring your fantasies to life. Is that just a typo or what? Call? Bring call. Is it just bring all? Am I 1-900 strip first? It appears to be another business card. At a glance, one might think it was a calling card for a lady of the night named Mirel. Mirel, with a typo in her name, given the poor spelling exhibited elsewhere. But on closer inspection, it is more likely a misspelling for Merle. Mer. Uh, Given the smudged out pun about walls, the suggestion in the phone number is probably regarding an old coat of paint rather than anyone's clothes. It's an easy enough mistake to make though. You feel sorry for anyone who at any point in the past may have called while under the wrong impression. Okay, never mind, that makes more sense. Using the chair, cinder blocks, and paneling make a fort. He's fucking dope. You stash the Madame Merrill card in your inventory and set about making a really cool fort in your office. It is completely without a front step and a chimney. You're really proud of your craftsmanship. Use your imagination to play make believe. Inside your fort, you're only bound by the walls of your imagination and several small pieces of particle board. Feel the most important fort in reality. Fantasize. Shit. Shit. Okay. Steak and egg? Where's the candy cone? Oh, I guess evenly loaded. This is the beginning of a hard boiled problems. This is the beginning. This is being a hard boiled. I can't read. I'm skipping so many words. This is what being a hard boiled problem sleuth is all about. It's about being a strong, silent type, oozing with confidence, charisma, and other fine qualities such as not being trapped in your own office. It's about having a working phone, a real desk, not one, but two steak dinners, and some hysterical broad on the line, yakking about some fella she's got trouble with. It's always the same thing with the dams. You comfort yourself in your sublime fantasy by now and then saying things into the phone such as, now calm down, Toots, and hey, take it easy, sweetheart. I can barely understand a word you're saying. Ring, ring. Your call is rudely interrupted by a ringing noise. It can't be the phone because you're already on it. Ring, ring. I think it's ringing in your office. Check it out. Good thing we plugged it back in. Answer the phone in a very hard boiled way. You pick up the phone and mutter some impatient greeting into the useless receiver. There's no response. Looks like you just lost another client to technical difficulties. Throw the devil phone out the window. You're fed up with your shitty phone. It has screwed you out of a case for the last time. Go look. Oh, yeah, that's some distance. You're probably going to need to get that back somehow. Crack open window. Even though the window was broken, you decided to open it. You slid the lower pane upwards, but the whole window frame seemed to slip from its anchored position. X. The window comes off the wall altogether. On closer examination, it seems to be a false window with a picture inside it. The picture is lit from within, sort of like a sophisticated light box. Put window down. Oh, it's a real safe, maybe. The window light box is plugged into the wall behind it. The false window was concealing a large safe. Place false window in inventory. It's like Time Lord technology again. The false window is cool. The false window is way too big to carry around, stupid. But you did find the curtain rod just under the top edge. You never did get around to putting up the drapes. I have to call. Um, hello. Then again, it never did make much sense to cover up the only source of light in your office. You put the curtain rod in your inventory. Use numbers from a sheet of paper to open the safe. You examine the heavy duty safe. You must be keeping some serious loot in here. Enter combination. You enter the sequence of numerals from the piece of paper. The combination works. However, instead of opening the safe, the dial is simply popped open to reveal a keyhole. It looks like it requires a key that looks more like a house key or a car key, rather than one of those old fashioned looking keys which tend to be littered all over video games. And you are quite sure you have never once seen lying around your office. You don't need this piece of paper anymore. Crumple it up and throw it away. You discarded the piece of paper. Your key is out of bullets. Shoot safe. That was my bad. I didn't read that part. Your key is out of bullets. Kit cinder block and phone receiver out of false window. It's a way long way. Yeah, it's a long way down. You have to think of a. You have to think of a way to reel them in if you want them back. Unplug the window to conserve electricity. You unplug the false window, which is probably burning through electricity with its powerful fluorescent bulbs and strange spatial warping properties. You're not making any. You're not made of money. The room goes dark. Look through the eyes of the clown. With the room darkened, you should be able to see through the painting. Next. Gazooks. It's another urban mural. This one is particularly unpleasant. You have a feeling it might have been placed there just to annoy you. You hear a voice from the other side. Hard to tell what it's saying, but you think you can make out the words toots and sweetheart now and then. It's hard to tell how far away the mural is. The clown's eyes are so close together you can only see through one at a time, limiting your depth perception. You wonder what kind of freak his painting was made for. If only you had some sort of thin, extendable implement to poke through this hole and tell how far away it is. Push curtain rod through the clown eye holes. Oh, it was right next to it. You feel the curtain rod bump into something not too far into the wall. Get a look at the unobstructed view. Starsky, Huggy, Hutch. Oh. It's the adjacent office. The man at the desk is talking to a client about some sort of problem which requires sleuthing. Next. It is your loathsome arch nemesis, Ace Dick. He's always scooping you on the best cases. That portly son of a bitch makes your blood boil. Shout insults at Dick through the clown painting. You shout, but he cannot hear you. The walls may be too thick, or he is just engrossed in his conversation. Sounds like he is arguing over a misunderstanding about the nature of the service provided by Bust R Us, an alarmingly large bill for those services. Oh, and an alarmingly large bill for those services. In the darkness, you stub your toe and the false safe cover. You utter more profanity. Plug the damn window back in. Inflated electric bills or not, you are getting sick of stubbing your toe on things. Drop kick the door. Oh, oh. The door bears the brunt of the bottled up shitstorm brewing within. Examine aftermath of the shitstorm. Nothing. The the key, which you can't really actually see and don't actually know is there, jingled a bit. You have to throw something heavier against the door if you want to knock it loose. Throw cinder block at door. You decide to take the cinder block, which was formerly your fort's front step. You decide you could stand to part with it since you've been stubbing your toe on it constantly since you built it. Clunk. The key still won't jingle loose. It looks like you'll need to throw in an even need to throw an even heavier out of the door. Check out what's on the false safe. If you ace, more like ace. Dumb. 133.91. Since Ace seems so intent on being able to see you in your office, it looks like you put up something for him to look at. Take the note. You stash the notes to Ace Dick. Investigate coffee machine looking object in the corner. It appears to be some kind of heating unit. To keep the coffee hot, it looks heavy. Pick it up. It is quite heavy and hot. You contemplate throwing it at the door, but something occurs to you first. You don't want to knock the keys on the floor and not be able to reach them. The sunglasses fiasco? You better be prepared to catch them in something after you throw it. Use hat as a key net and throw coffee maker. Resolve to catch the key with your hat. You let the ponderous appliance fly. Catch the key. Ooh. With quick reflexes, you shove the key through the hole in time to rescue the key. Pull hat back. She just looks like my eyes are closed. I guess it's a weird angle. You got the safe key, and you can't think of any of a safer place for it than where it is now. Playback message on the reel to reel. Should I stop? Should I stop? Ugh. So, should I strip first? Yes, you will want to strip thoroughly before I provide my service. Okay, I'm stripping now. You keep a hidden recording device in your office to record anything said that might be incriminating. Unfortunately, the only incriminating statements it recorded were likely made by yourself. Down, down. Swap the safe key with the candy corn. Your prized confections will be safer here. The recording tape begins to unspool while you're preoccupied. Pee through the clown eyes into Ace Dick's office. Okay. Fuck, that's awful. I'm gonna do that. It's not as bad. You remember you're pissed off at Ace Dick, and in addition to which, you haven't been able to pee once in the 13 and a half hours you've been locked in your office. Jesus. More times going on in this than Homestuck. You decide to exact revenge by unleashing a torrent of urine through one of the painting holes, preferably while he is spying on you. Unfortunately, your aim isn't that good, and you don't even come close to getting pee through the holes. The painting is now a smelly mess. Jailbreak reference, but also a great reference in Homestuck. Damn. I mean, just gotta read. Oh. You unlock this safe with the key. The safe opens to reveal a hidden room. You don't need a safe key anymore, so you discard it. Huh. Wrap yourself in recording tape like a mummy. Oh. Wow. What a fucking waste of time. Oh. Barge into the room with wild abandon. Oh. Chapter 2 of 22. Maybe is maybe is a good time to save your game. Click the link below. Where's the link below? You enter your secret chamber. It's a dark alcove to you. You use to store a few modest valuables and duck into it whenever you're on the case and things start to get too hot to handle, which is never. He really likes clowns. Fuck off, asshole. Asshole. Put a paper on the floor. Hussie took saving comics seriously. It appears to be a note delivered to you from Ace Dick. It smells a little like pee. You hate him so much. You stash the unpleasant note in your inventory. Play haunting tuba refrain. You can't do it. The tuba's filthy. Check out the paper on the wall. Second-hand hornograph, handling your dirty instruments since 1920. Rusty trombones, filthy tubas, funky trumpets, and more. 1-800 sax, sax, sax. It's another business card from Intriguing Trade. Some of these services sound really exotic. Hey, I think the only place that like repaired instruments in my area like just stopped existing when I became an adult, or maybe it was before that, and it was sad. Put card in your inventory. Oh, is that like one of those like electric thingies? Not electric, just like they go. Not a Tesla coil, right? What's that orb called? Get in the dummy elevator. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, unless that's what that is. Is that what that? That must be what that is then. Okay, never mind. Right? Or is it something different? You climb to the elevator, sometimes called a dumbwaiter. It's pitch black inside. There's only one direction to go. Go down. Oh, that is what that is. Cause that's okay. That's a wheel. Like okay, never mind. I see the rope now. I'm thinking now. Sheesh. The dumbwaiter goes down a little bit, then stops. This is as far as it goes. The interior is somewhat illuminated from the light through a slit on the wall you're facing. It looks like you can slip objects through it, as long as they are narrow enough. Peep through the slit. It's hard to see anything through it, but you hear a voice again. Listen. Cutscene. It's a cutscene. Whoa. That's a cool ass cutscene. It's Ace Dick's office again. He's still on the phone and sounds really surly. I can never like read this. He seems quite upset about the mix-up involving large stone busts instead of some other service he believed he was getting. Next. Fuck's that young? That young hussy? Busts are us. We'll polish your head for no extra fee. Fucking. Oh, okay, okay. It took me a second to read this big hose. Okay. He seems to be wondering if he has the right business card. Beat your Bust RS card through slot. You deposit the slot on Bust R. You deposit into the slot the Bust RS card, but pee on the card beforehand. A little late, you realize you should have peed on the card to stick it to Ace. You decide to pee on it anyways. Cut scene. Ace Dick picks up the card and puts it in his inventory. He considers the card carefully. Next. Poor fucking guy. I guess they're both fucking poor fucking guys in a sense. He calls the number, hoping. I guess no, they brought it on themselves, bro. Hoping this one will be satisfaction. Next. After a little while, some horrors show up. End cutscene. Damn, my guy had the right one. It looks like Ace got the better of you once again. Take a swig from flask of whiskey. Imagination goes up. Feelings of dejection overwhelm you. You are tired of being shown up by your rival. He gets everything. All the good cases, the women, the ability to open his office door. You wager even. You know what? Actually, I want to try something. See if it like helps me like read it like better. I'm not usually a fan of audio playing while I do things. Um, because I feel like it gives it like a weird uncanny weird uncanny presence if I don't like have any audio in the background. I don't know if uncanny is the right word, but that's what I think. Makes it sound different than like a lot of other people. More set up people. So it'll just be jazz. No. Okay, I gotta like okay. Okay, just like okay. Uh, okay. Noir jazz. I guess it needs to be royalty free or whatever. It needs to be royalty free, but it also needs to be like not that AI garbage. But I won't be able to tell. Mm-mm. Unless I like actually listen, probably. No, this one's old actually. Oh, this one's an old playlist. Maybe this one will work. Just volume. Okay, that's pretty loud. That's that's might be a little too quiet, maybe. I guess I wouldn't really be no. Oh well. Mm. Feelings of feelings of dejection overwhelm you. You are tired of being shown up by your rival. He gets everything. All the good cases, the women, the ability to open his office door. You'd wager he even enjoys the lion's share of the candy corn. You down a stiff belt from your flask of whiskey. You experience a boost in your imagination. Clean horns. Suddenly, you are entirely dissatisfied with the condition of these horns. It is an absolute disgrace. You won't stand for it. You set about polishing the instruments, but it seems your imagination is too high to conduct normal day-to-day activities. You topple some of the horns. The clarinet breaks. If only there were a place that could serve as a proper outlet for such a high degree of imagination until the condition passed. Back to Old Fort. In your heightened state of imagination, you fall down the stairs. You'd better. Fuck, I'm cooked for life at this statement or someone falling downstairs. Someone I know is gonna fall downstairs, get hurt, and I'm gonna feel like sorry, sad a little bit, upset quite a bit, and then I'm gonna think about warned you about stairs, bro, and I'm ruined. You'd better get to the safety of your fort fast. You're no good to anyone out here. If it keeps happening, as they say, hurry. You feel safe and sound in the cozy confines of your wobbly particle board walls. Drift into a realm of make-believe. Oh. Shit, this realm of make-believe is kind of dope. You stand in your imaginary office. With the mind, anything is possible. Your imaginary phone is ringing. Answer the imaginary phone. You answer the phone in the best depression era fast talking way possible. On the other line is a hysterical dame. You tell her to calm down and give you the skinny on what all the hubbub is about. Her answers are vague and one-dimensional. The case is quickly going nowhere. Turns out your imagination sucks. Eat steak dinners with hands. The steak dinners have been sitting around for a while. They're both spoiled. Gorge yourself on imaginary candy corn. Damn. Dude, the imagination really does suck. They don't seem to taste as good as real candy corn. Nevertheless, it gives you a pulchritude, a small boost. Try to take imaginary gun back into real world. You pick up the gun. You'd like to bring it back with you, but you cannot fathom how that is possible. Stride confidently through office door. You exit your office into the hall. Go harass Ace Dick. You bust through Ace Dick's imaginary door, rolling up your non-existent sleeves. But he is nowhere to be found. His imaginary room is empty. Most likely because Ace is currently not using his imagination. Leave room. You exit, but not before you leave an imaginary present on the floor. Next, a lot of pissing. You are now facing south in the hallway. Enter the PI room. You hear noises beyond the door. It sounds like swing music and gratuitous times being had. Whoever is in this office probably has a terrific imagination, but the door is locked. Follow the exit sign. You feel your imagination beginning to fade, so you hurry downstairs to the imaginary street. You find your motley collection of items which you earlier threw out the window in a fit of rage, stupidity, or both. Look up at your office window. You see a familiar face through the window. A friendly face. Next. Your imagination wears off. Next. You experience the lingering effects of your imagination. The stat remains all the same level, but no longer affords you its advantages. However, you remain as useless in the real world. You're going to need to figure out a way to sober up fast. Chug coffee with no regard for temperature. Vim? You drink the coffee, which is lukewarm. It is foul, bitter, and ridiculously strong. You only drink a little of it. Your imagination is reduced, while your vim enjoys a healthy boost. You feel terrific now, fit as a fiddle, and bristling with coordination. 2 pieces of candy corn fall on the floor. Boom, doom, doom. That one might be a little much, maybe. Because I should really have a better idea of how the volume is. You put the candy corn in your hat. The phone is ringing again. Go check it out. Well, you only drank 5% of it. Ring. The phone is now missing 3 components, making it that much more difficult to answer this call from an undoubtedly hysterical dame. If only you could think of a way to reel in objects from the weird window/mindspace universe. Flip window upside down and shake to retrieve phone. You try to shake your belongings from the blasted portal. Next. It appears to be an Etch-a-Sketch topology. Make lasso out of tape and pull phone back in. You use the magnetic tape to form a lasso. Maybe you can reel in your belongings this way. However, you think the tape lasso is way too light and flimsy to throw out the window with any significant distance or accuracy. You'll need something to weigh it down. Cut to the chase and use cinder block. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. use the magnetic tape to form a lasso. I read that part. You tie the tape to a cinder block, using it as an anchor. Throw out window. Examine the mural for hidden clues. PI. It looks like there are 2 holes in the mural. They are spaced far apart, just wide enough for someone with sensible human anatomy to look through with both eyes. Look through them. You unplug the window again and have a gander. Next. Problem Sleuth is impolite, very rude. Star, heart, horseshoe. Oh, they're trying to fill up 3, how do I forget what they were called? It's an unpleasant note. You can tell using your depth perception that the note is very close, only a few inches from your face. Poke curtain rod at note. A painting of an elf jostles on the other side. It falls to reveal a safe. The safe pops open, revealing a painting of an elf. Look through elf holes. Oh. Man, they're more of a direct than I thought. It is an office of yet another one of your competitors, Pickle Inspector. He looks dazed, as if perhaps he has been trapped in his office for some time. There are strange glass containers in the corner. You wonder if there might be a business card worded professionally, of course, for a glass blower somewhere in his office, perhaps taped to something, like a cinder block or the back of an elf painting. His office is dark for some reason. Next. You suddenly hear noise coming from Ace Dick's office. You figure as long as your office is dark, you might as well check on him through the clown holes. Take a look. The horse tied Ace Dick up in a chair and stole his phone. The Huggy Bear bust is cracked open, and the treasure, which was undoubtedly stashed inside, has been stolen too. He was probably tortured for the information. Rejoice! Oh, we're doing a little jig. You celebrate by mustering one of the silliest dances you have attempted in hours. Next. Ace Dick hears your shenanigans from the other side. He seems to be pleading for a way to cut the rope. You try to get the hutch bust's attention. You can imagine how you can get a statue's attention. You begin to covet the hutch bust and whatever secret it guards. Actually, I probably have called 80. Climb down the tape to retrieve your things. Is that gonna work? The reel is way too weak to hold your weight. It will probably only be able to support the reel in lighter objects. Activate the reel to reel. The reel begins to turn, pulling the tape taut. The cinder block below does not budge. If the tape is retied to a lighter object, it will likely be pulled in through the window automatically. Give Ace a piece of glass to cut the rope. You go into the back room and down the elevator. Slip glass through slot. Ace retrieves the shard of glass. He uses it to cut himself free. Next. Okay. They're getting fancy with it. Oh. You are now Ace Dick. You begin to question this feud you've been embroiled in with your neighbor for so long. After he did just give you the number for some honest to God horse. Even if they did ultimately rob you. He also just helped you escape. Maybe it's time to bury the hatchet and help him out of his office. You feel you should get some supplies from your safe first, though. If only you could remember the combination. Check paper stuck behind door for combo. You can't pull it off. It's stuck fast. Maybe a heavy object will knock it loose. Throw hutch bust at it. Oh. Using your extraordinary strength through your unusually high vim characteristic, you lift the bust easily. Throw. You send Owen Wilson's paper ward next. Fucking just killing everyone. Oh no! The bus crashed through the window, knocking out an employee of Medellin Mira. He was wheeling a portable scaffolding to the place to prepare for some more mural work. He looks like he's in bad shape now, the hutch head cracked open, exposing riches. It looks like one of the whores may have taken Starsky's sunglasses. Next. The scaffolding continues rolling, coming to a stop in front of your door, jamming it shut. Next. You are now trapped in your office too. You and ProblemSleuth will have to work together if you want to escape. Proceed command for A stick with AD and for ProblemSleuth with PS. AD. Reach through a window and move scaffolding out of the way. The scaffolding is jammed in place. It seems the brake for the wheels was triggered after it came to a stop. You can't push it away either. The top just bumps against the ceiling. There's no climbing out of the window with your portly frame because of the scaffolding bars. Unless someone comes to help you, or you find a blowtorch to melt through the bars, you're probably not getting through this office anytime soon. Nice try, though. Okay, forget it then. Oh, I forgot it. AD, pick up Tommy gun. I beg your pardon? Get the phone pieces sitting around. You put the phone parts in your inventory. AD, slip PS's phone parts. You slip phone parts through the slot to an awaiting ProblemSleuth. Next. But he's not waiting for them in the dumbwaiter. The phone parts fell somewhere into the dark shaft below. Nice work, bonehead McFuck-up. AD, look inside Huggy Bear statue for riches. There's a hammer in the broken Snoop Dogg bust. You place the hammer in your inventory. Next. Climb halfway up the window, then unplug the window. No, wait, don't do that. Like, I get a choice. Climb. Oh. The window loses its extra-dimensional portal properties and severs you midway through. You are dead. Go back. Fuck. Okay, don't do that. You're not sure what you were thinking. P.S. Check behind clown poster. Complicated. Beyond the posters and the clown drawn directly on the metal. Under the paper is a long game code. This is particularly a code you can use to return to a particular state in this game. You put it in your inventory. Mate. No, I don't think there's anything. 80 pounds on keys before they disappear. You pick up the ring of keys. Okay, cool. Armed with your Tommy gun, you're now one hard-boiled lug. Nobody mess with this tough guy, see? P.S. Go into dumbwaiter so you can retrieve an item. You go down the dumbwaiter. A-Stick tries to give you an item, but the hammer is too big to fit into the slot. Ace gives you all his business cards instead. In return, you give him your collection of unpleasant notes. AD, examine notes. Fuck off, asshole. Asshole. Moron, stupid butt. Smells like butt. Fuck off, asshole. Asshole. If you ace, dumb. More like ace. There it is. You recognize both of these notes. You wrote and delivered them to your neighbor to get his goats. One of them has something on the back. He wrote a rebuttal on the other side and taped it on the back of his fake safe for your viewing pleasure. Luckily, the combination to your safe is on this paper. You carelessly composed your note on this document without noticing. You enter the combination. The smaller compartment opens to reveal the 3 old-fashioned keyholes. 80. Go through pig painting to see what PS is up to. You have to unplug your large panoramic window from its portable generator first. Fuck, he's just cooler, kinda. Duck through holes. Candy corn vampire. Oh! Holy fuck, that scared the shit out of him. You topple backwards on the onto your particle board desk. It was supported by a couple of smaller busts, including one of your favorites, Snoop Dogg from Soul Plane. Damn, Soul Plane. That's a movie to watch, I guess. Fuck. Snoop Dogg dies in that movie, right? It's too. No. This is the actual pilot who dies, and Snoop Dogg lives, I think. Fuck, I guess I can't remember. I remember the pilot dying. Snoop Dogg isn't a real pilot. He doesn't know how to fly. And then some other guy who wants to be a pilot ends up slipping and falling and like dying. I actually watched this movie semi-recently, like relatively recent. 80. Throw Snoop Dogg through big window portal. Boom. First, you organize all of the particle board into a neat pile to reduce clutter. You ready the Snoop Dogg for throwing. Throw. Fuck. The bus crumbles against the rigid surface of the unplugged window. There's just no break in the plane unless it's plugged in. Amidst the rubble is a couple pieces of candy corn and a small key. 80 examine the croûte next to the Snoop Dogg bust. First, you plug the window back in so you stop stubbing your toe on things. Stubbing your toe is known to be brutal on your pulchritude stats. You pick up the croûte of brandy. Examine rope. You pick up the rope. 80 use Tommy gun on safe keyholes. Bang, bang, bang. Braka. I can't do certain things. Use 5%. Use your ring of keys to unlock the keyhole to the safe. Next. The ring of keys blows a hole in the safe. The safe is open. 80. Throw hammer through window. Now the window's plugged in, you can effectively vent your rage with a heavy object. The hammer shatters the glass and falls to the street far below your penthouse office suite. Next. 80. Get candy corn in preparation of your own vampire act. Oh, is that? Okay. So funky timeline stuff's in this too then. Oh, yeah. You pick up candy corn and small key. P.S. Look through clown picture as Ace. 80 candy corn vampire. Ace Dick ate the candy corn. He is an unimaginative lout and all around wet blankets. Next. Ace enjoys a small boost in pulchritude from the candy. His modest pulchritude gauge is now maxed out. He inadvertently sold the small key along with the candy corn. It is now safely stored in his stomach. 80 build fort. You figure it's time to do something constructive for a change. Your stout bunker of particle board is a smashing success. The Zoolander chimney is the jewel in its crown. 80 see what you have stashed in the safe. You can't reach the opening. You stand on the chair, but you don't think it's quite high enough. Besides, it is now built into your fort, and there's obviously no going back. 80, throw a fort out window. That's the stupidest idea you've ever heard. 80, use bus as a step to access the safe. By stacking 2 bus stands,
You can easily reach the safe opening. Go in.
Oh.
Your secret hideaway, a great place for ducking into when being persecuted by unsculpturous whores. Acrid fumes from the room fill your nostrils. Go up, dumbwaiter. Next.
Oh.
The dumbwaiter goes up, revealing the fallen parts which had fallen down the shaft earlier. While you're at it, you compose another unpleasant note on the back of one of the others and slip it through the slot. P.S. Get fallen parts and hook them up to your phone. Your phone is now 2/3 complete. It's ringing again. You're going to need that receiver. AD exit dumbwaiter. Open door lock with Tommy gun. You throw your ring of keys at the lock. They jangle uselessly against the door. You're not sure what you expected was going to happen. You sure can be dumb sometimes. The ring of keys ammo is down to 90%. Pick up keys. You pick up your Tommy gun. AD, use rope to escape office through window. You won't need to use your rope to escape through the window. There's a fire escape stairway. You climb to the generator out the window and go to the stairs. The generator is chugging away. This is fueled by potent grain alcohol. Its fuel gauge is at 80%. Go downstage. Stairs. Next.
Oh, we slick with it.
The stairs end at the roof of an adjacent building. There's a pulley on the other side. There's a small skylight window on the center of the roof. Look in a window.
Oh.
It's Pickle Inspector. The poor sap trapped in his office by that petty bastard problem sleuth. He's currently in his fort. There's no light in his office. His skylight window must not be powered. Next. You suddenly feel weird about standing on the other side of the unpowered window. You feel as if there will probably be a metaphysical consequence. Next. A frightening beast appears. Alert Pickle Inspector to turn on his window. You have a feeling your portly ally is in trouble somehow. You pound against the wall, but the inspector's in his fort, off in his own world. P.S. Drink whiskey and go into fort. You decide to take the matter up with him directly. Take a healthy swig from your flask of whiskey to boost your imagination and duck into the old fort. AD, address this beast situation. AD, appease the beast by doing the truffle shuffle. AD, no wait, never mind.
Fucking ate him.
In a stirring homage to the tubby boy chunk in the Goonies, you lift your shirt and produce the most blubber-jostling jig you can muster. You are quickly slain by the hungry beast. No, wait, never mind. You really like the Goonies, and you think the beast probably does too, but you think a little restraint is called for in this situation. AD, use your keys to kill the beast. You squeeze the trigger of your Tommy gun and fill the creature with lead. The beast is unfazed. You are only down to 5% ammo, and you doubt the remainder of your bullets will finish off the encroaching monster. AD, get the fuck out of here. You run up the stairs into the safety of your window. Vomit up key. You can't just vomit things on command. That's ridiculous. On the other hand, when there's liquor in your system, that's a different story. AD, take a healthy swig of whiskey to restore some vim. Well, okay. It's not whiskey, but you decide to open your crude of brandy and throw back a stiff belt. The alcohol has no effect on your vim characteristic, but it quickly maxes out your crude little imagination gauge. The room starts spinning. You'll need to duck into a safe place to expend the imagination fast. AD, go into fort. No, it's kind of whack. Oh, the piss bottle's there. Let's go. Poor guy. You're standing in your imaginary office. You can hardly believe how shitty your imagination is. AD, pick up poorly drawn gun. You gonna slip? No. You pick up the shitty gun. You'd be shocked if it worked at all. AD, head over to PI's place for imaginary mixer. Sleuth is already there, trying to get into the locked office. AD, knocked furiously on the door. You shatter the glass with your beefy fist. Look inside. Oh, damn, they really are just them. But not. It is Pickle Inspector's imaginary office. He sure knows how to live it up. He uses his potent imaginative powers to replace the broken door with one of solid steel. Sleuth is gone. He probably went downstairs. Follow him. You find Sleuth on the street. He is rounding up items scattered on the street and tying them to the magnetic tape. It looks like he brought down a large bag of candy corn for him from his office. He may have considered trying to tape it. Yeah, tying it to the tape. But it is too heavy to be hauled up through the window. It probably will need to be hauled by something stronger, like a rope. Perhaps one slung around a pulley. Send tape up with hammer and phone parts. You let go of the tape. It is reeled through the window with the items. Unfortunately, the hammer catches on the window's power cord and unplugs it. Oh no. Next? What's the implication? Oh. A terrifying beast appears. You are both armed with imaginary weapons and ready for melee. P.S. Get that dog-walking gentleman to help you out. The gentleman appears to be a brainless non-entity. AD use half-dead body as bait for that monster. Battle technique, torso flail. The beast gobbles up the torso. He is temporarily placated by red meat. AD and PS, fire at will. Oh. Your imaginary guns seem to be no more effective than pea shooters. Ace's bullets barely manage to clear the barrel. The beast suffers minimal damage. Get closer to the beast and fire. AD. You stand on the cinder blocks and take aim. Your piece of shit gun jams and explodes. The base takes significant damage. A stick loses an imaginary life. A stick is returned to the physical plane. You're feeling nauseous from the earlier boost to your imagination. You puke. Check on imaginary battle. Sleuth have been slain by the beast. Next. You wake up from your imaginary boss battle with a very real hangover, and you quickly drink some coffee to restore your vim. P.S. Plug window back and examine loot tied to tape. The recording device is reeled in, the phone receiver, and the hammer. P.S. Put your phone back together. Finally, you can field some phone calls from flustered broads. You put the hammer in your inventory, call PI with a newly assembled phone. You don't know Pickle Inspector's number, or if he even has a phone. Besides, your rotary dial appears to have strange symbols on it rather than numbers. You vaguely recall seeing somewhere the sequence of symbols. Star, heart, horseshoe. However, you can't quite recall the symbol star, heart, horseshoe. You'll need the piece of paper with the star, heart, horseshoe written on it if you wish to remember the sequence star, heart, horseshoe. Welcome back. Hello back. AD, search through your vomit to find your key. Awful. You pick up small key. AD, check if the key works on the lock in the safe room. You unlock the lock and open the door. Powerful fumes waft into your nostrils. P.S. Use hammer to pry boards off door in safe room. You pry at boards with the hammer, but before you can pry any off, the door swings open away from the boards. It seems the boards never actually served to obstruct the door in the first place. AD and PS examine rooms. You are now Pickle Inspector. Chapter 4. Lest I remind you to save. You are on your own from here. Oh shit. Magnet. Look around. You examine your surroundings. The door is blocked by something, judging from the marks on the door. It seems like you attempted to open it with some sort of weapon. There's a hairpin on the floor. Pick up hairpin. You equip hairpin. Okay. Sweet. Oh, shit. Armed with a machine gun, you are an unstoppable murdering machine. The heavy weapon is perfect for sating that burning desire to fill something with hot lead. Next. You drop the machine gun. Your Vim characteristic is way too low to carry around such a heavy object. PI, look out. Hole in door. No. The trombone is wedged between the door and the wall. The horn is really rusty. It could use some serious polishing. PI, replace the cover on the elf picture. It bothers you. You try to push the safe closed, but it is too heavy. Your Vim is not nearly high enough. You're not sure where the elf painting cover went. Perhaps an elf took it. Elves may or may not be real. PI, eat Smarties to boost Vim. They are not Smarties, they are Tootsie Rolls. PI, become homoerotically interested in your fan. You attempt to woo your fan by turning it on. However, there is no electricity in your office presently. There's a card taped to the fan. PI, look at card. Glassblower's Inc., offering glass creations with no erotic connotations whatsoever since 1905. Seriously, we just make things out of glass. 1-800-BLOW-HARD. You place the Glassblower's Inc. card in your inventory. Become homoerotically interested in your fan. Oh, that's awful. That's good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, Hussie. I'll give you that one. Andrew Hussie becomes aroused by fans of his paint adventures. Way to break the fourth wall, numbskull. Fuck. That's good. This is my favorite one of his fourth wall breaks. PS 80 and PI dance. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, boy. Damn, look at him go. Next. A stick enters the back room. There are a couple of stills. One is for making illicit liquor during the Prohibition era. Another's for making another sort of substance, possibly also illicit. All of the liquor appears to have been stolen. There are some handgun bullets on the floor. There's also a target painted on the ceiling for some reason. Loud swing music and the lively footsteps are heard from the room above. Next. Problem Sleuth enters the back room. It appears to be storage room for various instruments. Mysteriously, most of the instruments have been plundered from the room. Hung on the wall are portraits of some legendary jazz musicians. You regard them with awe. Loud swing music and lively footsteps can be heard from the room above. PI, take hearty swig from mysterious bottles. The first bottle contains illicit moonshine. The second bottle contains a hot sauce. The third bottle contains your own excrement saved up from prolonged office entrapments. You would take a swig from one, but you seem to have misplaced your hand drinking implements. 80 load keys and use on target ceiling. 80 loads keys and uses on target ceiling. You pick up the handgun bullets. They're not compatible with your Tommy gun. You have to use the remainder of its ammo if you wish to fire it. Okay, fire Tommy gun on a target. Fuck, does it keep doing that? Keep. You point the ring of keys. Target word. Cut scene. Ooh, we get a dope cutscene again. What's gonna happen? The room above is a busy speakeasy. The clients boisteringly enjoy illicit libations. Libations, right? Libations? Shh. There's a bust of Speakeasy's owner, the mobster Kingpin. He's obviously the scourge of this pseudo-prohibition era universe. Nobody fucks with him. Next. The bullets pierced the floor in a semicircular pattern around the bust pattern. The patrons flee in fright out the exits. The exit is now barred through some automated security mechanism, probably to prevent meddlesome coppers from barging in. Next. What the fuck? The gunfire ignited the potent fumes from the stills. The fume is on fire. The ring of keys is out of ammunition. PI break the glass in the door, dislodging the trombone. You take your limp-wristed swing at the glass, but it seems there's no glass in the door frame. You tumble through the opening. Next. You are in a small room with an elf. The elf possibly guards secrets and they switch behind him. PI asks the elf for wishes. Your pulchritude is too low to command the loyalty of elves. PI leave. You exit the small room through the door. PI search room for drinking implement. Oh. You find the rubber tube under your hat. PI look for a container to siphon the liquid into. You retrieve your tea set from your fort. You had been keeping it in there to supplement your imaginative game of make-believe. Siphon liquid. You siphon some of the hot sauce into the hot teapot. You siphon some of the illicit liquor into the teacup. You decide to leave the shit where it is. Bard Quest reference. Okay. Take sip of hot sauce. You take a small sip from the teapot. Your vim is boosted. You begin to sweat profusely. Add a hairpin to inventory. You equip the hairpin. Next. Okay, wait. Shit. My internet's being weird right now. I don't know why. But oh, it's taking longer than I thought it would. I should just have everything I use downloaded fully. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, I'll be okay. Oh, that wasn't too loud. Okay. I'll be right back. I'll come instantly back for that question though, actually. PI has the best name. It's probably a stick. Okay, now I'll be right back. I actually Hello, I'm back.
Faster than you expected. Maybe not actually. Oh,
Okay. Boom.
oh man. The machine suddenly goes off. The lousy thing has a hairpin trigger. The bottles are shattered, leaving an unpleasant slurry all over the floor. Next. Oh. Damn. You drop the machine gun. You are still too weak to wield it. It goes off again, and a volatile concoction catches fire. Your office is on fire. Next. The skylight above jostles and pops out of place to reveal a sprinkler, which has been activated by the smoke. I guess it explains why you can see him. I didn't think about that. The sprinkler douses the flame. The skylight dangles from its power cord, which is plugged into an outlet on the ceiling. The water cools you off. Your vim returns to normal. P.S. Examine plaques beneath pictures. 1. Blind Willie Buttermilk Stubbs. 2. Father Blind Pappy Ramblin' Jackson. 3. Errol Stokes Can't See a Damn Molasses Fats. Such extraordinary jazz legends. They bring a tear to your eye. It seems they are without their instruments, though. Oh, that's weird. P.S. Play Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata on the piano. Oh, you can just do that. You can't remember the notes of that song? Instead, you play an improvised rendition of a classic Buttermilk Stubbs composition. Things are really starting to cook. Next. Draw icons beneath the plaques. Oh, some icons beneath the plaques are revealed. Why say that? P.S. Go down the stairs. Attempt to open door. 80. Go up the stairs. Attempt to open door. No. Both of the doors are blocked from the other side. It appears someone has wedged an oboe between the doors. 80. Drink brandy. Forget you are on fire. You imbibe heavily to drown your conflagrative sorrows. 80. MC Hammerslide out of the room. Next. You enter your fort to escape the shrieking nightmare that has swallowed your whole life. P.I. Add skylight to inventory. You take the skylight. P.I. Drink some illicit moonshine and rush to your forts. You take a sip. It only marginally boosts your already naturally high imagination stats. You will need to consume a much more powerful form of liquor if you wish to boost it further. You duck into the fort to escape the freezing downpour. Next. You hear your phone ringing from the other room. P.S. Retrieve clarinet, trumpet, and tuba from secret room. You gather the horns. Beneath the tuba is a cartridge of Tommy gun munitions. P.S. Use instruments on respective jazz legends. Supply the musicians with their horns. A switch appears on the wall. The power is activated in Pickle Inspector's office. The fans turn on. The wind from the fan blows. The safe shut. Next. The power in Problem Sleuth's office shuts off. The phone is still ringing. P.S. Tell Dame on the phone to call back. Take slug of whiskey. You answer the phone in a hard-boiled manner. You explain to the woman gruffly that you'd love to help her out, sweetheart, but you're up to your neck in all this weird puzzle shit. You hang up. P.S. Enter fort. What was the point?
Next. The dame explains to the dead receiver, "Please don't go. She's been trapped in her apartment for hours and needs help." Next. You enter your imaginary office, now with only 2 imaginary lives to spare. Try to be a little more careful this time. P.S. Exit office. Ace and Dick and Pickle Inspector are having a chat. You wonder if they're talking about you. AD whispered to PI to arouse PS's curious suspicion. Psst, psst. Ace Dick is whispering something to that lanky fellow. You smell a plot. Your mind fiercely sets to work a way to disrupt their convining. Ugh. Connivings? Connivings. I can read sometimes. PS charged down the hall, shouting profanities and being silly. This is the best plan you came up with. Next. The other 2, inspired by your magnificent pulchritude, rallied around as a leader and follow you toward the exits. You stop them, reminding them that there is a monster on the streets and they are terribly ill-equipped for the battle. You will all need better armaments. Ask Pierre to conjure more powerful guns. Pickle Inspector nods sagely. You'll see what he can do next. Problems to this armed with the candy corn handgun. Next. A Stick is armed with a Tootsie Roll shotgun. Next. Pickle Inspector's armed with a Pez Uzi. Pose as a team because shit just got real. Ooh. You copy and paste your previous poses into a new file and animate the background rapidly. PI shoot Ace Dick in the face. All exit and begin candy oriented assault. The great beast is ready for battle with a replenished health bar. Fast-paced organ music and haunting vocal chorus accompanies your epic struggle. Auto parry. Ooh. The beast makes a preemptive assault on your party's leader. Your auto parry kicks in. You avoid the savage lunge with your sleuth roll. PS battle menu. Aggress. Battle technique. Combat operandi. Persuade. Mollify. Abscond. Insulin level. Elf tears. Animal communion. You open your battle menu and select Aggress. You fire your candy corn handgun at the monster. It takes heavy damage from the projectile treats. PI battle menu. Oh, we got to. Aggress battle techniques. Yep, yada yada. Insulin level. Oh, is that? Okay, much higher. Okay. Oh, you can't have as many elf tiers. Like by a lot. I thought it was like gonna be like 1 extra stack. Well, no, it's like 2 extra stacks, not 3 extra. It's double. It's half. Oh, wait. You follow Problem Sleuth's lead and riddle the beast with high-powered rounds of Pez. AD battle menu. Oh. Rule of fronts. Damn. Boy has nothing. Ace Dick cocks the Tootsie Roll shotgun and strikes the brutal up front for massive damage. The beast is slain, reaps spoils of battle. Victorious moments. Problem Sleuth gained a level. Imagination +1, Pulchritude +5, Vim +1. Problem Sleuth accrued battle technique, Sleuth diplomacy. Problem Sleuth can commune with the following animal weasel. PIOP. Please nerf. I don't know. It's kind of weak, man. Kind of weak. Ace Dick gained a level. Imagination +0. Pulchritude +0. Vim +6. A stick increased stomach capacity by 0.4 liters. A stick increased stomach capacity by 0.5 liters. A stick increased stomach capacity by 0.75 liters. A stick achieved level 18 stomach prowess. A stick accrued combat operandi, belly of the whale. AD was obviously the one who needed a nerf. That motherfucker got the knee happer. Oh, pickle inspector gained a little fuck. I mean, he ain't got nothing else though. I guess he got a stomach though. It's like increased by, right? And it's going up. It's interesting how much it goes up to. I wonder what like this is gonna cap out at. Or if they're gonna like make it funny and just never do this again. How big is the stomach? Oh, sorry about that. I'm back again. Pickle Inspector gained a level. Imagination plus 10, Pulchritude plus 2, Vim plus 0. Pickle Inspector learned how to imagine the following items: Jawbreaker Cannon, Gummy Bear IED, Peanut Brittle Dumbwaiter. A stick gained a level. Imagination plus 0, Pulchritude minus 3, Vim plus 8. A stick acquired Battle Technique level 2, Truffle Shuffle. The beast dropped artifact Polished Horn. Fuck, I didn't read that. Damn. PS jump on a monster's legs. The torso cavity is mushy and warm and makes for a comfortable bucket seat. PS use legs like power armor and stroll around the city. We doing that? Oh, we are doing that. Problem Sleuth goes for a stroll. PI examined Polished Horn. The lustry is arresting. It's mysterious. Its mysteries unfathomable. You place the Polished Horn in your inventory. PI, get imaginary candy corn. Only in the imagination world he is. So far. You pick up the bag of candy corn. But, you know, you need all three of them. PI, conjure Peanut Brittle Dumbwaiter. 80, take dog for man. You take the ugly dog. PS, summon King Weasel. I didn't know that was an option. You don't have enough LT to summon King Weasel. It said did it say you could summon something? Did I miss that? It must have done early on if I like misread it, right? Commune. I guess that was just something you could always do. We just wasn't able to talk to him before, I guess. Damn. PI, AD, go up Dumbwaiter into AD's window. You cannot go up the stairs to Ace's office. The path is blocked by a frightening beast. PS, use monster legs to jump up to the compatriots. Sensing your compatriots are in trouble, you decide to use your powerful legs to leap into battle. But something distracts you. A light coming from the storefront and music next. It's a dancer. Spinning to the tune of a music box. Next. An unfamiliar face looms large behind its 81 word. Belly of the whale. You would use your combat operandi, belly of the whale with gusto. However, your cache of elf tears is dry as a bone. Damn, belly of the whale must be fucking broken. Auto parry. Ooh. The beast makes an unexpected pounce. Pickle inspectors employed successful auto parry with the technique Pickle Distraction. 80 Truffle Shuffle level 2. You show the beast what you, the fat kids everywhere, are made of. Next. Ooh.
Oh. Oh. Okay. He's getting cooked. Never mind. Ugh. The beast suffers minimal damage. A stick is slain. Investigate the window. The dancer in the window stops spinning. The window goes dark. Next. A new beast? Oh. PI imagine jawbreaker cannon. Fire. PI fire. Boom. Oh. Jawbreaker cannon. Savage upgrade. The Jawbreaker cannon inflicts a savage upgrade for 100x damage. The beast is defeated. Pickle Inspector gained a level. Imagination plus 12. Pulpitude plus 1. Vim minus 4. Pickle Inspector accrued battle technique level 5. Disconcerting ogle. The beast dropped artifact. Burnished horn. PS use legs to imitate creatures' mating dance. You shut your stuff with some fancy footwork. Next. Problem Sleuth is slain. Beast. Put on hat. PI take horn. You acquired the burnished horn. PI hurry upstairs. You speed towards Ace's office to make sure he's alright. Next. That's a way to figure that out. Oh no, he got such low vim. Your imaginary body cannot sustain the material plane. Pickle Inspector loses imaginary life. Ace Dick is nowhere to be found. Next. Ace Dick suffers the unpleasant aftermath of his imagination binge. The flames in the still room are doused by a large volume of vomit. Next. Problem Sleuth quenches his hangover with the remainder of the coffee. Next. Pickle Inspector returns to the material plane. The office is flooded. The outlet electricity is shorted out. Next. Water spills in the small elf chamber. No. One of the elves playing poker waves at you. He seems to beckon for you to join them. PI forget the degenerate gamblers and save the drowning elf. It's too late for him. There's nothing you can do. PI stick hairpin and outlet. This would be a horrible idea, even under the best circumstances. You pick up the hairpin anyway. P.S. Go retrieve unpleasant note from dumbwaiter. Problems with this. Okay, sort of. It looks like an apology note from Ace Dick, or something approximating an apology. Maybe he wants to bury the hatchet after all these years. The mollification is likely on account of your high pulchritude stat. This reminds you, now that Pickle Inspector's safe has closed, you can go read the note again. P.S. Go through mirror holes. Go look through mirror holes. Problem Sleuth is impolite. Star, heart, horseshoe. Sure enough, there's the note. You can now remember the sequence. Star, heart, horseshoe. You hear the safe opening from the other side. Tootsie Roll. What did I say? Oh. Oh, Tootsie Roll Frankenstein. Okay. You topple backwards and crush your forts. P.I. damn it. This is no time for shenanigans. Stop the water. There's no way to turn it off. You will suffer the same fate as the poor elf if you stay much longer. P.I. join the elves. You duck in the elves' lair for sanctuary. They activate the emergency shutter to seal off the room. The elves introduce themselves. Ropo, Zobo, Boko, and Blood. All sit around the table playing cards, while strategizing against a common enemy. You are a little nervous. You tip your head politely to your new hosts. P.I. look underneath the table. You spy a small hatch on the floor. Ropo insists you cease your snooping. Maybe someone with more pulchritude could persuade him to see reason. P.I. threaten elves with hairpin to make them cry.
Despite your most aggressive showing, the elves remain unmoved. They are obviously emotionally stalwart creatures, totally impalpable. Next. Blood notices a pornographic playing card has slipped into the deck. He begins to cry. No. PI collect elf tears. You harvest the elf tears in your teacup. Plug skylight into power outlet. The small portal lightens up. Next. You accidentally drop the hairpin through. The heavy object shatters the glass. P.S. Dial star heart horseshoe on the phone. Okay. Oh. The face of the phone opens, revealing a hidden chamber. There's a piece of paper inside. Take paper. There's a sheet music for the song Moonlight Sonata. You place the sheet music in your pocket. PI go up chimney. Oh, it's all coming full circle now. You enter the speakeasy. Next. Oh, wait. Can you do it? You face north. There's another stunning mural on the wall, as well as a mysterious poster behind the bust. PI ride bust like a mechanical bull. Oh, wait, is that the Weasel King? Wow, what a fucking waste of time. PI remove oboe blocking the doors at the bottom of the stairs. Your vim is simply not high enough to dislodge the instrument. It's really stuck. PI move bust onto the X. You've got to be kidding. PI go through double doors. The doors are barred from the inside. It sounds like there's someone on the other side who will not let you in. You will either need a very high vim rating to knock down the doors, or a high pulchitude rating to sweet talk your way in. You sure are proven useless in this room. AD, collect deceased pickle inspector's items. Fuck. You're a little disgusted to find a skeleton in your office. You, nevertheless, rifle through its belongings. You take the bag of candy corn. The horns are unsettling to you for some reason, so you leave them there. Same with the Pez Uzi, which suddenly seems just plain silly. 80. Go out window onto roof. Pick up hairpin. First you wheel the jawbreaker cannon off to the side. Pick the machine gun up like a brute like you was easily able to wield the heavy weapon. 80 pass rope through skylight. Go to the piano. P.S. Go to the piano. Play Moonlight Sonata. The melody is haunting. No wonder you locked away this music. It is a treasure to the ears. Next. A compartment is revealed, exposing a powerful industrial fan. The fan blows the bus across the room onto the X. ADPS swap handgun and Tommy gun through slots. Problem Sleuth passes the key through the dumbwaiter slot. Ace passes the ring of keys through his slot too. Ace Dick picks up and loads the handgun with handgun bullets. Problem Sleuth picks up and loads a Tommy gun with Tommy gun munitions. PI tie rope around bust and oboe strung through pulleys. You go back. Okay. I thought those were light stamps. It's still just the same. You go back down the chimney and get the rope. Using your unusually high height characteristic, you rig up the ceiling pulleys with the other end and tie the stubborn oboe. 80. Make candy corn liquor. You feed the candy corn to the still. This should brew something with a real kick to it. It will take a moment. PS fire Tommy gun at target above piano. Oh, it really is all coming together. You riddle the ceiling with bullets in a circular pattern. Next. Nothing seems to be happening. 80. Check progress of candy corn. That just have broken that? Things are really percolating in there. You better head for cover fast. You don't want to be anywhere near that thing when it's done. 80. Go out window and duck for cover. You shut the safe first, sealing it off tight. An elf pokes his head out the window. You wave, urging him to get his head down. Oh, listen up, elf. 80. Ride still like a mechanical bull. Oh shit, yeah. The actions unsurprisingly results in your death. Go back. No, just stay put and see what happens. Boom. Oh. Fuck. Problem, Sleuth. Does it break the wall? The front wall has been obliterated. Your office is now an inferno, but you are free to leave. Next. Sprinkler system goes off. The feel. You feel the whole building shake. Was that an explosion? You hear a crackling noise from above. Crack. The bust falls on the piano. Next. Dude, everything's really coming together really well. 80 dropped the handgun through the skylight. 80, drop your own skull through the skylight. 80, check on candy corn liquor. Parts of the wall and ceiling have collapsed. This path is blocked. See if your office is okay after explosion. Looks like the path here is blocked too. PS, go upstairs. Allies are united for the first time on the material plane. You eye each other with suspicion. PI, go down chimney again, get more tears and handgun. You dump the liquor out of your teapot and fill it with elf tears. You equip the handgun, a weapon suited to your physical strength. PI, give some tears to PS. You fill problems with flask with elf tears. PI, go get candy corn liquor. You collect some of the potent candy corn liquor in your teapot. 80, step outside. You wonder what the fuck happened out here. Okay. 80, leave the building. Oh. The exit is locked. You will need the fabled Megaton key to open the door. Legend has it that only the strongest man on Earth may lift this key. 80, displaced trombone. Water from the flooded room spills into the hall, dousing the flames. PS, sweet talk your way through the doors. Using your advanced political acumen, you persuade the party on the other side of the door to let you in. The door unlocks. PSPI, go in. Oh. Oh. The door is locked, guarded by two Shirley thugs. The door is locked. Looks like they required more weird puzzle shit to open it. There are 3 skull-shaped grooves on the wall. Okay, so this is it. That was the Homestuck. That was the reference then. Okay. P.S. Carve surprised face and pumpkin and put it in sad recess. Carve surprised face and pumpkin and put it in the sad recess. Wrong adventure. What am I supposed to be in? Jailbreak. Okay. No, wait. That's stupid. The thugs are advancing menacingly. It seems the sway of your charisma has worn off. P.I. retrieve skull from Alf hideout. You obtain the ace dick skull. P.S. Battle menu. Oh, he's almost full. Sleuth diplomacy, Pax, unconditional surrender, compromise, summon, Henry Clay 2. You comb through your list of battle techniques for a peaceful, diplomatic solution to the conflict. P.S. Sleuth diplomacy. You expend 1 elf tears. Damn, that's kind of cool. You acquaint the Shirley thugs with your brand of diplomacy. Beagle Inspector returns with the skull. Entered skull into groove. Oh. You place the ace dick skull in the middle slot. Go grab Pickle Inspector's skull. You retrieve your ally's skull and drop it through the skylight. 80, use trombone to breathe underwater. You prepare to use the instrument as an oversized snorkel, but as should have been obvious to you, the room is no longer filled with water. P.S. Summon the Weasel King. Combat operandi. You have absolutely no idea how to solve this stupid puzzle and open the doors. As a last ditch effort, you think it's finally time to summon His Majesty. You expend 3 elf tears. We're down to 2 left now, huh? Oh, cool little guy. You had enough elf tears, but unfortunately, in order to summon the Weasel King, you will need some weasel snot. The weasel emissary appears instead. You use your strong sense of animal communion to commune with the emissary. He communes back, communing concern over whether he can trust you. P.S. Allegiance menu. You must make a choice. To which group does your allegiance belong to? Wait. P.S. All the shoulder. Press all the shoulder button and start plus select. Press all the shoulder buttons and press start select. Problem Sleuth. Press start. Oh, this restarts? Okay. Go back. P.S. Align thyself with the elves. The emissary flips the fuck out. P.S. Use Mollify to calm down the emissary. Biggle Inspector politely suggests that he allow to try something first before such extreme measures are taken. P.I. ogle the emissary disconcertingly to calm him down. The emissary's hysterical state appears to subside. 80 go through the door window and throw the switch. Okay, you got him. You enter the small room and throw the switch. The room starts to travel upward like an elevator. Oh, P.S. Okay, fine, align thyself with the weasels. The emissary appears pleased. Next. He explains that his people face a critical impasse. They require your help. He asks if you can spare exactly 1 heroes from your rank to help them with their plight. It is imperative that this chosen one have an unusually high characteristic for reasons that remain mysterious. P.S. Appoint P.I.'s chosen savior of the weasels. The emissary thanks you. He and Pickle Inspector disappear into the portal. Next. A stick arrives at the elevator destination floor. It appears to be some sort of control room. There's an array of monitors displayed as well as a code machine sitting on the table. 80 examine the map on the wall. 4 nations at war. You wonder whose warring parties are, and they can't just get along. You know what? It's about 17k pages, 200. I wonder actually, it would be better just 2-hour segments of this instead. Hold on. I'm curious now. I'm gonna actually look this up. Okay. Okay. So 400. That's 400. 400. I do 400 pages. No, just do like 600 some. That should be the goal, actually. And then just do this 3 streams. I'll have to discuss this with my counsel. It looks like some rooms are under surveillance. 80, check behind the door. The door is blocked from the other side. You can only open part way into that very dark room. It bumps against something totally immovable. 80, open hatch and floor. The hatch is shockingly locked. Next. That's a fucking bomb on our Rubik's Cube or some shit. What pumpkin? Sudoku? A clarinet?
Oh, fucking bird. Is that like acid or something? There appears to be a convoluted puzzle on the opposite wall. Perhaps it will open the hatch. You're pretty dull and not very creative, though. You have no idea how to solve it. P.I. tower over weasels and brazen display of height attribute. Yes, yes! None stand taller than you in this realm. You're a giant among men. Next. There are no weasels around to be impressed, however. You stand amidst a field of salted melons. P.S. Go down to see what the elves are up to. Oh hell, you forgot you switched your allegiance. The elves are quite agitated. P.S. Challenge allegiance to calm elves. Change allegiance, The elves are pacified by your gestures of goodwill. Ropo, their leader, briefs you on a critical mission. You exhibit signs of being the chosen hero for this mission, of which has been long prophesied by elven lore. P.I. Look around. There appears to be some commotion by the tree in the distance. P.I. Check it out. Some weasels congregate beneath a nest of elf eggs. They yearn for the succulent yolk. If only they had a savior of height to help them. P.S. Accept mission. The elves are grateful by your bravery. For your bravery, Ropo instructs you first leave behind all your material possessions. You cannot be burdened by such things on this quest of the spirits. You dump everything from your inventory into the skylight, including your hammer, elf tears, business cards, the game code sheet. You drop your Tommy gun on the floor. You leave your candy corn where it is, though. Next. Ropo lifts the table to reveal a hidden hatch. P.S. Enter hatch. P.I. eats eggs. They look delicious, but you just can't do it. It would just be so impolite. P.I. give weasels elf eggs. Your valor is lauded robustly. P.S. fall into a more hard-boiled manner. Hey, this is how a real man falls. A man's man. You better secure a hat to safeguard the candy corn. 80, go down the skylight and get game code. You acquire the game code. While you're at it, you grab the flask of elf tears. Next. You decide to bring your window with you. You won't have to go up and down every time some goofball somewhere drops another cool item through the skylight. You strap the generator to your back. Next. You prop the window up vertically against the wall. P.S. Quit falling and land already. You land. There's a small cottage. Next. A pair of funny-looking hands place a pie on the windowsill to cool. You recall the critical mission detail in your briefing. You must abscond with the pie. He has politely asked the pair of hands for the pie. You contemplate the civil approach, but you just can't do it. It's too risky. Besides, you don't have enough manner sight shards in your adequate monstrance for a polite request. Fucking okay. The cottage dwellers appear to be preoccupied. Now is your chance. Clowns? Abscond with the pie. You haul your ass through the window, through the woods. The clowns that are hot on your trail go through window. Oh, wait. I think so the same thing? Not the same thing. You walk through the vertical window. Next. Oh, next. You land on the side of the enormous beast. It appears the beast has defecated problems with imaginary remains, including his skull. Suddenly you hear the music from the storefront begin to play. The beast disappears. You fall to your death. Go back a few times. Boom, 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 boom. 80, open control panel. Found a parachute inside, you take it. P.I. politely accept reward for your heroics. The weasel emissary comes to grant you a boon. By tapping the raw energy locked within your ample mana sight shards, you politely accept. The emissary guides you to the spider hole of disquisition. You are to embark upon a journey of the spirits. P.I. enter spider hole.
P.S. Drop one candy corn to distract your pursuers. No way. You simply cannot spare it. Next. The Elf Exemplar offers you sanctuary from the cruel regions through the cool roads. Next. The Exemplar thanks you for your heroism. He accepts the pie and grants you one boon. You're allowed to embark upon a quest with the spirit. He disappears, leaving you alone in this room with no exit. The only object in this room is a magic wardrobe. Fall into sillier manner. PI, fall into sillier manner. Boom, boom. PS, open wardrobe. You wonder what magical realm this portal will lead you into. There's only one way to find out. PS, enter wardrobe. You crash against the back of the wardrobe, which is rock solid. You fall unconscious. Next. Oh. Subtle chapter change. You are hysterical, damn. You are a hysterical dame. You're trapped in your apartment. You are about to go into a fit of hysterics. You could really use a strapping fellow to come help you out. HD, quickly retrieve arms from drawer. You already got arms, sugar tits. HD, hurl teddy bear at door to break it down. You are quite positive there has never been a teddy bear in your apartment, and never will be. Frankly, the notion strikes you as silly and childish. HD, hurl pillow at door to break it down. It didn't work. The exertion has increased your hysteria gauge. HD, check drawer for strapping fellas. It's absurd to think there would be any strapping fellas in here, but on a day as strange as this one, who knows the drawer is locked. You shut the wardrobe. You're not sure what it was doing wide open like that. HD, search your room for business cards. The business card of hard-boiled detective. Looking for a hard fella to sleuth your problem? Things getting too hot to handle. Need a tough stud to sort it all out. 1-800-HOT-STUD. Why, it just so happens there's one in your handbag. Next. Unfortunately, it seems your phone is missing a variety of phone parts. You can't make the call. HD, scream in the pillow to lower hysteria meter. It seems to help a little. HD, search room for missing phone parts. They are nowhere to be found in the room. Facing east, you see a large bedroom window, of course providing its view of the breathtaking urban mural across the street. On the small table is a locked music box, the key for which you have misplaced. You really have no idea what to do. You're simply too hysterical to think straight. Next. Next. 80, enter code from sheet into code machine. You punch the game code in the code machine, feel the game menu reconfiguring itself into a different save state. Next. After going through a lengthy and mostly pointless series of events, you have finally managed to reassemble your phone. Maybe you can finally call for help and end this nightmare. However, you've been dialing the number for hours to no avail. There has been no answer. Maybe this time will be the charm. HD, called the strapping sleuth fellow one more time. The man on the phone answers in a hard-boiled manner. He explains to you gruffly that he'd love to help you out, sweetheart, but he's up to his neck in all the weird puzzle shit. He hangs up. Next. You are a little disappointed, but you can sympathize with his need to address the weird puzzle shit. Next. The fuck happened here? It's just the save state, never mind. In this state of the game, it appears the really convoluted puzzle has been solved. It probably took hundreds of pages to solve it. You have no idea who was clever enough to solve the Sudoku up there. Or tall enough for that matter. The solved puzzle appears to have activated the blinking button on the control panel. 80, push button. It releases the lock and the hatch. A vertical column extends upward, but bumps in the ceiling before the column entrance to be fully revealed. There's not enough space to extend into. Next. In this stage of the game, you have finally finished falling. There is no one in the room and nothing except for a magic medicine cabinet. HD grabbed the knife and let out a terrifying battle cry. Damn. You pick up the knife. It's cuddly. Its cuddly comfort calms your hysterical condition considerably. Alliteratively. Next. Suddenly flip out. Wheeling the teddy bear has maxed out your hysteria gauge. This is very bad. Ogle the cabinet. PI. Medicine cabinet remains closed. However, you do find yourself mildly disconcerted. PI open cabinet. Along inside some sort of dimensional drift are a certain amount of medications. Put on top of the column. Push the button. Put yourself on top of the column. Push the button. Go back. 80. Wait, no. Better idea. Prop a window above column and push button. The column extends easily in ample space above the window. 80. Turn off window. The bulk of the column is lopped off. Your prop window over there. Plug it back in. Shove the rest of the stuff off the side. Next. 80. Shove the parachute into the acoronic hole. Something. You enter. The column stumps or recedes on the floor. The window falls over, upside down. No. Stab. HD. You're not sure why you're flailing around your cute teddy bear like this. Look a little closer and see something tight around its neck. HD, look closer. It's a music box key. You put it in your inventory. HD, open music box. A dancer twirls, a sweet melody begins to play. The mirror becomes illuminated. Something is inside. The dashing man riding a noble mount. Your eyes meet. You're overwhelmed by the feeling of longing. Is this man of your destiny? Next. The music stops and you put the music box down. There's something looming out the window. Your hysteria skyrockets. You feel dizzy, as if you're about to pass out. Next. You wake up in a strange dark room. What is that? Has your quest of the spirit ended? Are the elves pleased? On the four walls of the room are large stone busts. Each appears to be blocking a doorway. Here's an attempt to move the weasel bust. It won't budge an inch. You're not sure in the least, since you do not recall ever receiving boon from the Weasel Kingdom. Something mystical is happening with the elf bust. It appears to be momentarily phasing out of this temporal plane. It looks as though you can pass through it. PI enter cabinet. You hit your head against the rear of the cabinet, spilling all the medicine, have a splitting headache. Maybe some of those pills will make you feel better. PI blindly take a large amounts of pills. Take a large dose of powerful hallucinogens. Next. He's tiny. You are a nervous broad. You wake up locked in your apartment. For a second, you thought you saw something disappear into the mouse hole. Next. AD deploy parachute. You land in a mysterious realm. A small band of hogs is there to greet you in a hospitable comfort of muddy swallow. Your pulchritude is likely low enough to commune with these creatures. AD establish superiority by punching nearest hog in the snout. The hogs are enamored by your rowdy, no-nonsense brand of ruffianism. Your superiority has been clearly established. Next. Their leader, Porkhurst, relates to you the woes of his kind. They craved salted melons, yet prize is guarded by a loathsome enemy. Will you accept the righteous mission? NB. Retrieve the lipstick from the bed ominously. Nerves. You pick up the lipstick. It's a sultry shade of red. Nothing happens, but it makes you a little nervous. NB examine gazebo-ish model. Gazebo-ish model. Yeah. It's a toy carousel fixed atop your full-length mirror. It will not turn or play its music without a carousel wheel. Boom, boom, doom, boom, boom. Doom. You don't have the physical strength to close it. If only a tall, brawny fellow would stop by. Maybe that pickle gentleman you remember reading about somewhere. Where was his card again? As you push the mirror, you notice your own reflection. Your frayed nerves have caused you to look dreadful. Your makeup could use some freshening. P.S. Enter door. You enter the control room. Hey look, an old-fashioned code machine. You wonder if there are any codes lying around to punch into it next. It's a pigsty in here. You wonder what slob was responsible for this mess. P.S. Check score. A-stick, imagine level 1, score 50,580. Rating, bruskis? Smeared urns toppled. Sacred urns toppled. Problem Smooth, measuring level 1, score 78,000. Rating, stand up Johnny. I could probably zoom in and be like fully readable, huh? Bruskis mug. Mystic runes desecrated. Pickle Inspector, Imaginary level 2, score only 16,000. Rating, pretential wise guy. Paternal? I can't read. Hello, tombs defiled. Apply makeup. Something about the idea makes you very nervous. You proceed with nervous caution. Suddenly, you flip out. Wheeling the lipstick has maxed out your nerves gauge. This is very bad. Next. You drop the disconcerting instrument. You may think twice before picking it up again. You're not sure if your nerves could take it. Accept righteous mission. You blindly accept and begin gathering melons into your parachute. It appears your intrusion is unwelcome. A weasel nearby is flipping the fuck out. AD politely asks the weasel to calm the fuck down. You consider how to phrase the diplomatic request, but you come to empty your adequate monstrance. Monstrance? Has no mannercite shards. You beat the weasel to death with your monstrance. P.S. Go get the pig poster from Ace Dick's office. You go down the elevator to grab the poster. As you suspected, there's a game code printed on the back. P.S. Go back up. You return to the control room, but first you stop in your office and grab the window. You've grown fond of the thing and sort of missed it. You think you might be cool to have around for whatever reason. Examine Muriel and the other in order to calm nerves. Yeah. It's not working. The mural is just too unpleasant. NB searched the room to make sure it contains no fancy Santas. You are quite sure there are no fancy Santas to be found in your room. But just to be absolutely certain, you look around. Wait a minute. Is that? Oh, fuck. It's a bunch of fancy Santas. It is your prized collection. They always help to calm your nerves. It appears one is missing. NB, pick up the card next to the phone. Fancy Santa kind is there. Or it's her. Disconcerted? Need a tall, brawny fella to come up and inspect your pickle? Perhaps I may be this fella. 1-800-OGLE now. How many references did you got? A lot. Fuck, damn, maybe I should have been keeping track. I wasn't thinking. First page was like all the first pages were referenced early. NB, call the fella. Tall brawny fella does not seem to have a phone. Next. Your nerves have elevated again. You accumulate enough worry points to add your nerve tech to your arsenal. Level 3, case of the vapors. You are about to pass out. Next. You return the melons to the pig in a manly fashion. You can't. A band of enraged weasels is hot on your trail. Ah, but there's Porkhurst. Sweet Porkhurst, he guides you into the hole into the tree trunk next. Porkhurst has gratefully accepted the melons and departed, but not before leaving you with a profound quest of the spirits. Against the wall is a magic buffet table. Plated on its surface is a gorgeous feast. 80 open buffet cabinets. Throbbing magical energies concealed within the furnishing. He has deciphered code using Enigma machine. You enter the game corner of the pig poster, the universe around you begins to change. Next. The code has taken you to an earlier point in the game. You are Ace Dick, with no conscious knowledge of what just happened. You have a strange sense of deja vu. You were about to take a parachute from up the panel, but you spaced out and forgot to take it. There's something else you were about to do. What was it? Oh yeah, go through window. You land on the side of this enormous beast. There's something familiar about this situation as well. Something unfortunate is about to happen, and you quickly hop into the storefront before the beast disappears. You head for the window and notice an enticing skull along the way. That's how he gets tiny? Oh, it is! AD, ignore the portal. There's a victuals to be had. The monster in Jane's shirt. Oh. You disregard the mysterious gateway. You'd probably only bump your head on the back of the thing anyways. You partake of the mouth-watering feast. In spite of your tremendous stomach capacity, you pass out from overeating. You feel yourself drifting to another plane of reality. Virtually the same. Ace Dick's imagination is too crude to have a female alter ego. Small AD, look for an exit from Giant Dame's apartment. You scurry into the mouse hole on the south wall. It looks like there's a fancy Santa over there. You don't have time to admire its beauty though. Next. Seems the game code did nothing. What a waste of time. He has pushed buttons on the machine randomly. Go back. PS grab parachute and jump through the upside down window portal. Or down, yeah. Oh. PI, go through Weasel bust. Flip bird to elf bust on the way. The occult bust weeps tears of blood. Fuck. It appears to be some sort of lounge room, although it looks like a couch is missing. There are three face-shaped indentations on the wall at different heights. P.S. Make a pitch stop at the sleazy brothel in the sky. Boom. Window portals are just Homestuck now, though. Like, eventually they're introduced earlier than Roxy. Oh. Next. No. No! You missed a landing on the brothel by a bit. You wave to the whores as you pass them. No. You fucked up, man. PI functions, ogle, paper, table. Hunk rump. Black inches. The table contains smutty material which makes you highly uncomfortable. PIU's tallness powers the pressed face in the highest indentation. The couch archetypifier is triggered by the interface afforded through your mighty tallness attribute. It settles upon a couch suitable to your profile. Fenestration planes. It's quite an elegant place of furniture. It looks like your imagination could run wild with it. Next. How's the sleuthing going? It's going all right. It's going all right. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Sorry, I'm like, oh, shit. Oh. I clicked Homestuck, so now I gotta go to the bottom of Homestuck before I go back. Okay, there we go. Habit formed. Oh. they got Starsky and Hutch, so they're better than most things. Yeah, I don't know if I actually like Starsky and Hutch. Actually, I remember liking it as a kid. The 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 small man reappears from the hole with some lipstick. Did she take the lipstick? Oh no! You cautiously appraise a cosmetic accessory. There's nothing unusual about it at all, and there is no reason whatsoever for your stereo gauge to elevate. One thing about like how Hussie does things, I really like how he does like building up to like certain climaxes, right? He he introduces a lot of like things that need to be done and things leading to other things. And he does a really good job of having everything start to rapidly like finish up, like questions, actions, and things around the same time in a nice manner. Makes things quite a bit more entertaining to read. Because you get like the slows and you go build up, build up, build up, build up, and suddenly everything's going like a climax should. You start flipping out. Yeah, Problem Sleuth is good at tension scaling. Yeah. You start flipping out with the chainsaw. Oh, that's okay. To coin the term, okay. The funny thing is, this was still around when MS Paint Adventures used reader input. So the lipstick's a Homestuck reference too. Sorry. Is a Problem Sleuth reference too. Okay. You fancy Santa in half. There was a careless looking inside. AD examined wig. It's a lustrous head of hair. You've always been pretty insecure about your baldness, and maybe it's finally time you did something to boost your self-esteem. Take wig. You take the Prussian Kaiser? Kaiser? I don't know words. Helmets. Everything is a Problem Sleuth reference. It really is. It actually really fucking is. Build fort from couch cushions. And then this references the other things, and they still reference the other things. Problem Sleuth is the origin, and Problem Sleuth is the origin of being two different things, like in intermission. Everything is a reference. Drink candy corn liquor. Oh, now you see him get fucked up. The powerful liquor maxes out your imagination gauge. Your lithe frame can barely contain the raw power, causing you to feel mildly disconcerted. Where are all the objects? Where are also cards? PI enter fort. Oh. Also the forts in the Homestuck. There's only one scene on the character makes a fort, I think. Dude is zooted. Jeez. It's actually going wild. You're possessed by violent imaginative pneumonia. You feel as if you can bend this entire continuum to your will. You can do anything. Next. A loathsome beast approaches. Oh. There we go. P.S. Land already. Was kind of baffled when reading this for the first time that Problem Sleuth isn't nearly as vulgar as Homestuck was in its early years. I feel like they both picked fairly like vulgar, at least in the starts of them. Also, don't know. Actually, how vulgar was Homestuck at the start? It wasn't that bad relative to like a lot of stuff at the time. Also, don't know if I mentioned during the intermission, but the inventory of Midnight Crew was swapped with Problems with 5 weapons, 1 item, 5 items, 1 weapon in this. Also, PI can do anything. PIOP, please nerf. Problem Sleuth isn't about edgy teens. Oh, magically. It appears a realm. Below is locked in an escalating conflict. These warring parties clearly need a diplomatic savior. You land in an enchanted palace. Oh, this is random. Okay, this is I saw a dumb post showing that I think it was meant to tie back into political Yuri, like world scale political Yuri of not Yuri, Yaoi of fuck.
I forget who I forget the leader in China is right now. Was it him, Putin, and Trump? I think it was, and it was like them essentially being like the warring three kingdoms, and like it was a pretty good explanation. AD. Buck. I think I know exactly who you're talking about. Cowardly capitalist geeks. Next. Oh. His Majesty. You bow before His Majesty. The tale of his kingdom's sorrows plucks at your heartstrings. He has a royal appointment for you which you cannot refuse. AD, look out window. Okay. You thought you saw something moving by your window. You take a look outside and know it's an exceptional work of art. Next. Oh my god. The mural seems to be a single tile on one of those really cool but somewhat dated photo mosaics. The mosaic appears to be printed on the opposing wall of a gigantic office. Next. Brass knuckles. Oh shit. MK? Okay. Whoever was occupying this office likely been trapped here for some time. This seems like a safe assumption to you, but the office is empty. From the vantage of your dollhouse window, it looks like someone just vanished into a portal on the floor. PI, become overwhelmed by possibilities. Your imagination is like an untamed stallion bucking through the cavity in your imaginary skull. There are so many ways to deal with this beast, you can't possibly attempt them all. Or can you? PI, combat operandi, level 8 pickle, replicate simile? Ugh. Combat operandi. Oh. Next. Rip up buildings and throw at beast. PI. HD. Oh no. Wait. HD while flipping out chainsaw the lockbox. You slice your cherished lockbox in half. Actually, it was a music box. The small, terrified man has taken the carousel key and fled. Next. Ooh. But wait. Is that how the monster looked, or was he actually sweating? Let the beast swallow you and bite him from the inside. The beast invokes combat operandi, level 18, belly of the whale. One of your duplicates is swallowed whole. Next. Once inside, you quickly set about turning its various organs into delicious candy. The beast suffers moderate damage. PI ascend to godhood. One of you duplicates decides to achieve deity status. He now resides as a serene, omnipotent master of all realities. Godhead Pickle Inspector will no longer respond to any user command other than GP regard creation. Godhead Pickle Inspector. Okay. Take the form of even more loathsome beasts. Godhead Pickle Inspector. Interesting. Okay. Oh. That's awful. You transform into an absolutely grotesque monster. Next. In this form, you quickly dispatch the lesser beast. Next. Oh, they gotta fight themselves? But now Monster Pickle Inspector is out of control. It will only respond to user command MPI, succumb to unfathomable bloodlust. MPI,
succumb to unfathomable bratwurst. I think perhaps you misunderstood. P.S. Refuse His Majesty and flip him the bird? Never. You gladly accept your duty and are honored by His Lordship's trust. P.S. Accept new armor and a weapon. You don the royal diplomat's tunic and head garland and accept perhaps the most potent weapon of the kingdom, the legendary Tetrix of the Arbiter. You think the getup is a little silly though, so you change back into your normal clothes. Next. You take the head of the negotiating table with the high-ranking officials from the four kingdoms. A map of disputed territory is handy You listen with sage composure as the representatives list their countrymen's grievances. Next. Oh no. The Hague Provost relates with measured dismay recent events which have thrown the entire kingdom out of balance. Recently, a mysterious visitor has been abetting clown kind, helping them slap the plump, unsuspecting rumps of innocent hogs. This has triggered a most pronounced and unwelcome escalation. Next. The situation is clearly a diplomatic minefield. One misstep could send the realm into oblivion. You will have to tread carefully and choose your balance of alignments wisely. P.S. Open allegiance mesh. Oh shit. He's getting complicated with it. Okay. Tab. Control, view legislation, topography. Z plus V? No, just C. Bilateral spline nudge. V. Conciliate polygons. Shit. F2. Charge to tentimeter meter hold. Open modus vivendi panel. I can't read. R. Ratified nerves. Oh. Draft execute. I don't know if these are arrow. I don't actually know what these are called. Something weird bracket, arrow bracket or something. Draft exquator. Texture map. Beacon. Validify. Dodge. Issue left, right. Normalize vertices. Rotate axes. Toggle camera mode. Strafe subject left. Straight subject right. Okay, it's just... Okay. P.S. Control Alt Delete. Game fucking over. Oh. Brings me to another. Oh, this is weird. Wait. Damn. I didn't even think about. I forgot about this now. There's only 41 comments on this page. I haven't really read any of these. What's the comic? Let's strip about two guys who sit around and play video games. Seems tad cliche, doesn't it? Nah, it's tried and true. Besides, we have a hook. What, really? We've got a third character. What? Okay. Oh. Lost. I need like the youth to understand the game. We need the game back. Oh, my face is frozen.
Oh my god, I've been frozen here for 30 years. Oh my god. Oh, the game is where, like, that's the real stuff. Conjure Candy Mecca. PI. Oh, shit, dude. It's like the... I know of the game, but I don't really get it. It's just the fucking game, man, and you just lost. That's it. That's the game. That's the entire game. Like, it's just not funny, I guess. Like, you just gotta think of it like, you know, how Dave and just Dave thinks of humor, right? You just gotta be on the right level of, I guess, irony to really truly appreciate it. Fuck. This is just the thing from RoboCop, right? Well, little alterations right here. 80. Read business card. Looking for a tough brute? This hard dick is your ace in the hole. 1-800-8-STICK. That's fucking stupid. This sounds like exactly what you're looking for. Looking for a 1-800-ACE-DICK. 80, call number. The line is busy. You wonder who he could be talking to. Next. Oh. The whores say they will be right over. They take off in the whoremobile. No, they're who'd robbed him? Was these ones in particular? Ace wakes up in the pentagram room. You're not totally sure, but you think this means there are now 3 Ace dicks running around. 80, walk through big room. Rose call himself. Character names are basically penis problem sleuth Joe. Or herself. Something self. I guess in that instance it would be, probably. You enter the room through the vanishing hog bust. There is a computer station along with dot matrix printer and a punch card machine, which is on the floor for some reason. Nah, they censored my message. YouTube. Oh, fuck. YouTube. Monster Pickle Inspector is going berserk. He employs battle technique level 48, disconcerting ogle. Half of your party is slain, leaving 3 remaining, including the one piloting the mecha. PI charge. And fire your lays. Man, I don't know. I actually forget how this says it. I forget how you're supposed to say it. Fire in my lays. Fire in my... At least that one's still somewhat alive. It occasionally gets brought back up in other people's like things. Well, okay, you don't have a laser, but you pump the beast full of hot sugar. It suffers moderate damage. Next. In a fit of cowardice, the beast absconds. Next. It looks like the little fella had brought you the carousel key. What a kind small man. NBU's key. Something is happening to the mirror. Something funny whirling in the sky. Oh? Next. Oh shit. Brute affront. Ace Dick busts through the door, smacks the beast with the romance novel, dealing a brutal affront. Next. The beast is slain. You wonder where the nervous broad went. Reap spoils of battle. Fucking terrifying. Victorious moments. Pickle Inspector gained a level. Imagination plus 558. Oh, 580. Why did I say that? Pulchritude minus plus 3. Vim minus 103. Pickle Inspector excel to new rating. Piquant aristocrat. Pickle Inspector acute combat operandi. Abstracted thought. Ace Dick gained a level. Symbols, man. Pulchritude minus 0. Vim plus 45. Ace Dick increased stomach capacity by 3.3 liters. Ace Dick increased stomach capacity by 4.2 liters. Ace Dick increased stomach capacity by 6.8 liters. Ace Dick achieved level 26 stomach prowess. Ace Dick accrued combat operandi. Check yourself, Jonah. Ace Dick excel to new rating. Jolly roughneck. Pickle Inspector gained a level. Imagination plus 1040. Pulchritude plus 2.
Vim Pickle Inspector has lost his Vim gauge entirely. Pickle Inspector has learned a new type of auditly layer. Pickle Inspector accrued combat operandi. Temporal replicsimile. Replicsimile. The beast dropped artifact. Verginus Horn. 80 Inspect. Verginus Horn. You're transfixed by its rich, rust-colored patina. It's probably worth a fortune, 80 Activate Punch Card Machine. It dispenses a punch card. 80 Insert Punch Card into big computer. The aging machine noisily performs tens of, if not hundreds of mind-boggling computations per second. The dot matrix print turns out its printout. 80 Read Printout. Alchemical formula product. 5 alarm hot sauce. Ingredient breakdown. 1 polished horn, 1 burnished horn, 1 Fergus horn, 1 chipotle pepper. HD chainsaw your way out of your room. You draw a line around the door with the lipstick. Next. PI combat operandi. Abstracted thoughts. It's always what you least. Oh. You fade from the imaginary reality, leaving your final duplicate behind. Next. Pickle Inspector has woken from his fort trance. He is now capable of functioning in reality while still remaining in presence in the imaginary realm. Next. There he is. Mobster Kingpin finishes his soul quest. He emerges from the experience inwardly enriched and full of window. MK, go through clown door. All quests have been completed. The curse has been nullified. The statues have been banished forever. P.S. Too difficult. Go online and search for walkthrough. Chapter 9 of 22. Okay. 2 hours 44. I'm on chapter 9 of 22. I'm about 600 pages in. I actually don't have time to finish Problem Sleuth. Damn. I could. Yeah, because I just can't stream for 9 hours. I got work. I am working from home though. I don't really have to be truly functional. I can do like most of my job like brain dead. No, I can't finish Homestuck actually. I don't know, Homestuck Problem Sleuth. Fuck. And one of my friends said at my rate of Homestuck, I should be done within the next couple streams, if that. I have to call an emergency meeting with my council. I need to I need a second. You know, open up Discord that I have it open, and then I need to make an important call, important discussion for what I should do next. Yada dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Fuck. If anyone will call answer at this late, it's pretty late. Okay. I'm hitting the call button to see what happens. Ringing for them. It's ringing. It's ringing. Oh, one answered. Okay. Pog. Pog. Hello. I'm just trying to ask my counselor a question. Stream, but I'm not muted on stream. Yeah, it looks like you're the only counselor in today. Damn, it's not a majority. Wait, how do things get like voted in if it's like half the people? Just like half. Do you just get majority because you're the only person? How would this work? Actually, yeah, do you know like, this is actually you're the one who wouldn't even know. Shit. Trying to figure out if I have time if I have if I have time to continue my if I'm gonna be finishing Homestuck in 1, 2, or 3 streams on the rate I'm going. I guess. Okay, okay. If you okay, you can find out and tell me, and I will um um I'm on 9,463 Act 6 intermission 5. Okay, okay. So I can read Homestuck Sunday and then Problem Suit next Wednesday. Okay. So it should work out. Okay. Unless I'm crazy. Okay. 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 Um so I'll function I'll function with the idea that I'll take 2 streams. Okay. Um okay, so I can do Problem Suit on Wednesday. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. I got my question answered. So, Homestuck Wednesday. Oh, sorry, Wednesday. Sunday. And hopefully it should take me 2 more streams to finish Homestuck. And I want to finish Problem Suit before then. So I read I read Homestuck next I read Problem Suit next Wednesday. And I just call into work on that Thursday. I think that's the play, and it's shit. No, my boss doesn't watch my streams. He'll never find out I said that. That's the play. That's the real play. Okay. This is what you accrue all your leave for. Well, you have way too much leave when you work somewhere. Uh okay, that's my plan of action then. Uh hi Sensei's boss. Oh, no. Yeah, okay. What? That's the play then. Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Friday. Hive swap at 2. Continuing that. We're on the train now. And then I looked at all the little red guys. The red guys are pretty cool. Was it a mix? It was like some red. It was like mostly red and some others, right? It was like half and half. I feel like it was mostly red, but I might just be like remembering more red because I like the red guys more. They seem to have like a better type of personality that I find more endearing. Hmm. No, couldn't have been because I didn't meet the coolest guys. There were bronze trolls there too. Okay. Oh yeah, cause the big horn guy was there. The aviation guy who wants to fly. He was there. The man who wants to soar. Hmm. And Skyla. Oh yeah. I forgot she was there. There in the little back, the door or something, doing something.
Okay. I wasted money on something kind of stupid. Um, but it works nice as a as a fourth monitor. Uh, Screaming for the first time in a while. I haven't heard him scream in a while like that. Okay, but yeah, this is the end for the stream for realsies. I've stepped back to Friday. Um, yeah, it was realsies. All right, thanks for hanging around again, and yeah, bye.